In just a few hours, state lawmakers will introduce new legislation requiring law enforcement, including federal agents, to show stronger identification and unmask. It all comes as protests against ICE actions continue nationwide. Today in the Bay's Ginger Conejero Saab joins us live in San Francisco with more on this proposal. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning, Laura. The framework for this new legislation is something we will be following because federal agents, including ICE agents, are primarily bound by federal immigration law and not state law. Now, state senators Scott Wiener and Jesse Aregin will introduce that proposes two things. One, it would require law enforcement to show stronger identification, and it would also prohibit them from covering their faces. They say this bill will boost transparency and public safety by building trust between law enforcement and the public. It also counters a perception of what they call secret police. Now, this issue, not just local, federal agents concealing their identity is being scrutinized elsewhere. Boston's mayor argues pushing for identification calls for accountability and transparency. However, the U.S. Attorney General's office says masking is for the protection of agents and their families.
The actions of ICE officers who are wearing masks are intimidating residents. It's undermining safety in our communities.
Federal agents and their children are being threatened, doxxed, and assaulted. That is why they must hide their faces.
Calls for transparency follow a weekend of protests nationwide, including ones right here in the Bay Area. This one happened yesterday in San Francisco, where organizers say a number of community members who are on immigration supervision received an unusual notice of a weekend check-in. Now, protesters and attorneys told us they were not aware of anyone being detained yesterday. NBC Bay Area reached out to ICE to get clarity, but have not yet heard back. Now, the new legislation, at least that push for new legislation, will be announced at 10:30 at San Francisco City Hall or outside San Francisco City Hall this morning. We will be following that throughout the day on air and online at NBCBayArea.com. Back to you, Laura.